Hello and welcome to the Mix Air Rap Podcast. I'm your host, DJ B Wise. This is a podcast we talk about hip hop from boom bap to trap. You know what? We're at it again, party people. It's me and my man Kev in the building. We doing it real for you. We coming at you tonight fast and strong. All right, let's check in with Kev. Kev, how you doing tonight?
Doing great tonight. Excited to be back and just ready to get the show going.
My man, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you on that. We are about to get into it for real, for real. So tonight, party people, we got two streamer no streams for you. We starting off with our man Travis Scott and his new project, Day Before Rodeos. And then we got a girl Lotto with her project, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. And then we're gonna give you some more good love to you, and we're gonna give you old school spotlight, Funky 4+1. All right. So let's jump straight into it. Kev, let's get into this Travis Scott, man. I'm telling you, I'm I'm gonna have to turn this one over to you, but we're gonna get into it though. Travis Scott's new project, Day Before Rodeo. What's your thoughts?
I think it's a good introduction to Travis Scott. I think this was pre-recorded stuff. I mean, like early rodeo Travis Scott. I think it was. It's not a lot of that sappy stuff he does today. It's more of a I guess blended or balanced style. So it's for the people who feel like he doesn't really do too too much of a different point of view. This is a good album for them. If it's for people that really want to get into Travis Scott and really unsure of what kind of artist he can be, this is a good album for them. But it's also I think more than anything it's a fan album. Like his diehard fans will love should love and really appreciate the album as a whole because it's you can see the progression, you know what I'm saying, from his early days and just really kind of really following his career. I'm kind of surprised he put it out, but at the same time, I think it was a good idea, just to show he just to show his progression, but also to show something different from him.
Yeah, I will go ahead and give my side of the story, and then I will get back and ask you a question at the end of my my overview. All right, so let's just check this out, man. Day Before Rodeo, like Kev said, it is a concept album to almost reimagine the rodeo, and you know, let me just say, I've had a hard time grasping Travis Scott, and it's no fault of his. It's a me being an older cat. I think this project, along with maybe one of his other projects, I felt like I understood him. I think this concept album really gave me an understanding of what he's trying to, the art he's trying to produce, and it obviously is not for me, but I get why young men do enjoy his music. I get why he's so popular, and I will give you the fact that the first song, "The Prayer," the day before rodeo, "The Prayer." I thought that was brilliant. I really enjoyed. I like him. I know he uses auto tunes, but I like him when he's not using auto tunes. I think he has a rap voice, and he should use it because a lot of these rappers out here don't have rap voices, and when he does, it really shines. The Prayer was definitely strong. Mama Sita, it was a good visual. It just wasn't for me. I get the feature with Rich Homie Quan. I get all of that, and the visual was cool. So if I would watch the video probably more than I would stream the song in my car or something like that. It's definitely worth a listen. And then I look at the one that really was my vibe of the project is "Don't Play" featuring 1975, and that was super cool because Big Sean is a part of 1975, and that was a real vibe. I enjoyed it. I thought the visuals were complex. I thought he was trying to tell a story. And overall, man, just again, just a good interpretation of what was in his mind. I think he was able to express that through his director on the video. So I give him that. His best verse on this project was from Skyfall, which featured Young Thug. I thought he was really getting at it when he was rapping on that one, and he was also not using audio tunes. Uh, then Basement Freestyle, he got back on the auto tunes a little bit. Uh, it had solid production. I thought it was going somewhere. It didn't end up where I thought it was going to end up at. And then Backyard, that's my next one I gotta bring up. Backyard, I'm not used to him telling stories, or either I'm getting lost when he does tell stories on his other projects. But Backyard definitely was a good story. I appreciated him for doing the story, and he was, again, rapping. And anytime I can see that, it's well worthwhile. I sure appreciate him for this project. Now, my question to my man Kev is is all of his projects concept projects, or is he so artistic in what he's doing that his albums are works of art, kind of like K Dot?
I don't know if I can answer that question because I think like you, I have a hard time myself and really digesting his music. Some of his stories, some of his concepts, some of his lyrics, some of his attentions. It's kind of like it seems like it fits a particular audience, even though he can like the festival he had. You know what I'm saying? Like to do that, that's not an easy thing to do. We're seeing artists and they can't even get 5,000 people to show up to a small show, but he can have a festival that he's going to headline. And granted, it's going to be other artists there, but he's the main attraction. You know what I mean? Like you're going to
Yeah,
spend a lot of money not to look at these no names. You're spending all this money to mainly see him perform. Now, granted, he gives you a show and gives you a whole bunch of other stuff added onto it, but he's the main attraction. So there is a super large audience um that appreciates his body of work. I mean, I really don't know. I'll be honest with you, I don't know, but I think the artists in Houston, or I'll take that back a little bit. I think the artists in Texas are starting to really appreciate him, and I don't mean just the younger audiences. I mean just all a good majority of the Texas rappers, young and old, across the board, has spoke highly of him. And one of the names that kind of shocked me was DJ Premier. A lot of people forget that Premier is not a New Yorker. He's born and raised in Texas, and he was doing this interview, and they was asking him about early, kind of like, at certain points in his career, like, pivotal points. And he was just saying how a young Travis Scott was sitting in the studio with them, just digesting these older artists, asking the right questions and like this properly learning the game because you can see you can see the progression. Like, so outside of that one incident at that festival, he's done everything right. And we can honestly say that was he really at fault there? It's an up and down thing. Like, was he at fault or wasn't he at fault? Um, he's done everything right. You know what I mean? Like he's set back. He's a student of the game. No matter what you think about his rap style or his content, he's a student of the game, and we don't honor that enough. We don't appreciate that enough. It doesn't get talked about enough across the boards. You know, you hear the stories about ASAP Rocky. You hear the little inklings of a Nipsey Hussle, and now Premier saying this about a Travis Scott. I think we need more of that, where some of the older artists are they mentoring the younger artists, and we need some of the younger artists that want to be mentored by the older artists. So just like you said, Travis before the auto tune is almost a different artist, to be honest with you. And then I don't want to disrespect his fans in some way, but it was a totally different vibe that really make this body of work a little bit more enjoyable, because it was a different it just felt different. You know what I mean? Like, it just felt different. You didn't hear a lot of auto tune. He was rapping. It just felt like a student of the game put out an album, as opposed to someone who some people can feel like he's trying to fit in with the major rappers instead of trying to stand out. You know what I'm saying? Like, to a certain extent, what Tyler the Creator has been saying recently about where rap is at currently. Yeah, so I don't know if Travis released this because he wanted to make a point about his skill level, or if he just wanted to, preview something later on. It'd be great to know. You know what I'm saying? I would love to hear, if it don't have to come out now, but at some point, if it's like, here's why I gave you all this, it'll be great to see. But at the same time, I think that I've been critical of him this year. When he lost the Grammy and he had so much stuff to say, and you kind of went silent after that. Like, he had the song on Mustard's album, but that wasn't that long ago. Like, when you was talking about losing the Grammy, and you did that, that interview, all this interview series. I thought you was going to give us something. I even thought you was going to jump into the Drake and Kendrick beef. But to kind of wait till everything dies down, and you drop the Mustard single, you drop this. I mean, it's open now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's open. It's open for you to do something on a larger scale. So, are you going to pay attention to what some of the older artists might have taught you, or you just going to just kind of wait and see how things fall before you do something else big? I don't know.
Yeah, man, I feel you on that. All right, I'm gonna give my little last 2 cents on this one and just say that what I forgot on the my first part of the review was that his production, man, he got heavy hitters in here: Metro Boomin, Mike Dean, Lex Luger. Just really, he produced some of the stuff himself. It was I was very very caught off guard by when I looked at the production list. It was really good. I do think that for him to get to the point of where some of the albums that have won the Grammys over the last few years, like Tyler the Creator's project, had a lot less producers. And you've heard Kev say this on multiple occasions. If you do not do a project with a single producer, are you really trying? It's just you two getting in the lab, figuring things out. It is a great way to produce magic, as we know. All right. And with that, we're going to get ready to get into this stream or no stream. I'll take the lead on this one and just say, for me, this is definitely a stream. It was some of the best work to my opinion, some of his best work. And let's check in with Kev. What's your thoughts, Kev? Stream or no stream?
I agree. I agree. Yeah, yeah, I agree. I'm not gonna get too long into it, but yeah.
That's what's up. So with that, we get a
awesome.
all right. That's what's up. That was our review of Travis Scott's project, The Days Before Rodeo.